Hi, my name is Bill, and my wife and I spent a little more than 20 years in an Asian country that's closed to the gospel and very much anti-Christian in its practices and the way they do government and the way they do life. But we had the privilege of being there for a little more than 20 years and focused on church planting and training national leaders to plant churches. And we did that through DCPI for many years. One story that I would like to share is about a guy named Gary. This is his English name. He's a national, and he became a Christian later in life. Gary was a very successful businessman. He made millions of dollars in the real estate industry, but he practiced a very unbiblical principle that they practice in this country when doing business. And in a nutshell, this principle is cheat your partner before they cheat you. And so Gary, he cheated a lot of people along the way, and that's how he made a lot of money, by cheating others first before they cheated him. Well, once he became a believer, he realized that this was wrong, and he needed to make things right with a lot of people from his past. And he did that. And very much like Zacchaeus, he went back and paid back as many people as he could. And so this generated a lot of opportunity for him to share the gospel and why he was doing this. And so Gary planted a church. He was also in the process of planning a second church because of all these opportunities. These people were getting saved, and Gary wasn't sure what to do with all of them. And so we equipped him and trained him, and he was able to start a church with another Christian national, and they were looking, at starting a second one. So we were able to walk side by side with Gary and this other Christian in planning this church. So we got to be involved in some really exciting things. And one of them is, in the city that we lived in, most of the business people of that city worshiped what they called the King of Hell, a demonic presence in this city, and people worshipped it, and it was named the King of Hell. And so when these business people became believers, this was a part of their lives that they had to immediately get rid of. And Gary would challenge them, anything in their home or in their offices or in their businesses related to idol worship or related to this King of Hell, they needed to bring in and destroy. And so on several occasions, we got to meet at the church, and these business people would come in with beautiful jade idols. The jade was beautiful, and the carvings were beautiful, but very demonic, because these were idols that they were worshiping. So they would come in with these idols worth tens of thousands of dollars, and we would go out into the back alley of the church, and Gary would be praising the Lord and praying over these new believers, and they would often be shaking, maybe even sometimes sweating, because this was a huge step of faith in their walk with Jesus, as they tried to get rid of everything related to the King of Hell and dedicate everything to the King of Kings. And so they would take these jade idols and just smash them on the ground, and they would shatter into 100 pieces. And we would then pray over this new believer and ask for God's protection and guidance, and to deliver them from the bondage that they had been involved in with worshiping this King of Hell, and that we would be able to help them in their new walk as they worship the King of Kings. And so, church planting is just so exciting. DCPI has just been a big part of our ministry in that Asian country, and as well as our future ministry in a new part of the world. But I just wanted to share that. Before I forget, Gary, today, Gary lives in another country in the Mediterranean. He sold everything he had, and moved to the Mediterranean, a country in the Mediterranean, and is now a church planter in that part of the world. And DCPI was a big part of that.